everybody. How you doing today?
Yeah, let me know.
Good, great. Everybody having a good day. It's a beautiful day out there. It's kind of like rainy this morning and misty, and now it's sunny, cool and warm. I just love it. Camels love it. I mean, they like the cold. They love snow out of all things. They enjoy snow, and they like the hot, and they hate rain. But we'll talk about all these things. My name is Gil Regler. I own the Oasis Camel Dairy up in Ramona. We're your neighbors. We're about 45 minutes from here over by the Julian apple pie area. We have 22 camels and 42 acres. Our camels roam on the acreage. And about 25 years ago, we decided to start a camel dairy. We love camels. We wanted to do something unique with them. And we thought camel milk would be a good idea. Nobody else was milking camels at that time. And our peers thought we were crazy. But it turns out to be a really neat thing. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and going to talk a lot about camels themselves. Now the first camel coming out today is going to be Fergie. Fergie is very young. She is like, just hit puberty. You can see that she's like, she moves around a lot. She doesn't understand yet that there's show times when she comes out, so she's always ready to come out. But she's doing so good. We're so proud of her. Her first day, she really didn't know. Thank you, we can get her grain. First day, she wasn't sure about things. Now, notice, she's trying to tell me that she wants her grain, but notice that she doesn't really pull hard. There's a lot of respect over here between us, and I don't have to work very hard. And she's just saying, I want to go over there, I want to get my grain. And she's even backing up in order to get it over there. She can lift 300 pounds by her mouth. That's how strong camels are. 300 pounds. And she weighs right now about 1,000 pounds. So she definitely could pull me around if she wanted to. But there's a lot of respect. Now, when I said they can lift 300 pounds, how do I know? Well, I read about it, but also I once got a new camel and I was holding onto her halter, and she lifted me in the air like I was nothing. And then she just tossed me aside and then walked over and bit me. That was her introduction. Her name was Goldie. A year later, she treated me like I was her baby. She was watching me all the time and trying to protect me, and we had a good relationship. But that brings us to the idea of what are camels and what kind of animals are they? So if you want to understand camels, think of them as big dogs. How many people here have dogs at home? Yeah, a lot of us have dogs, you know. Your dog loves you, they love petting, they're smart. When they come over and do something, you give them a treat. It's the same thing with camels. Camels love treats and they love being around people. The reason they're more like dogs is because camels don't have predators in the wild. There's nothing that, attacks the camel, so they're very mellow. Horses have predators, so their brains work differently. When I'm riding my horse that I love so much, I'm always looking around, like, what is she going to spook? What is going to happen? When I'm riding a camel, I'm never nervous. I'm way up there higher than the horse. I'm 8 feet up in the air, but I know that the camel is just not going to spook. So when we train our camels, we train them with treats, because that's just like you do with a dog. They all know their names, even out of our 22 camels, and they come when they're called, and they all want to be with people. Now we're going to talk about a few things about camels. First thing I want to show you is that camels shed their winter coat during the summer. So in the winter they have a thick coat, keeps them nice and warm, even when it snows up at home. But in the summer they need to get rid of it or else they'll overheat. So come May they start shedding, and the fur is very, very soft and wonderful. And I'm going to go over here and just show you how we collect fur from a camel. So I just go like this, and look at all this fur that's coming out. And you can get it spun into jackets and coats and camel hair coats. We actually have beanies and gloves that are made from camel hair at our table. It's very, very soft. And the guard hair, the rough hair, stays in for another month and comes out on its own. Now this rough guard hair, the nomads take it and they turn it into ropes. So this is clothing, and that would be ropes right over there. Now camels, they're really amazing. I mean, it's not only that I love them, but they're amazing animals. There's so many things about them that are amazing because they have to survive in the harshest environment on our planet, in the desert. They can go 2 weeks without drinking any water. Imagine the hottest day you've ever had in your life. We have a bottle with us, and we're drinking all the time. 14 days, no water. They lose 25% of their body weight. That's like 30 or 40 gallons. When they find it, they drink it all up, and in 20 minutes it disappears in their body. And where does it go? It goes into their bloodstream. So our red blood cells are round, they don't change their shape. Her red blood cells are oblong, like balloons. So when she drinks water, she'll fill up, and when she loses water, they'll come out of the red blood cells, and that's where it goes. So that's just one neat thing about these guys. Here's another thing. When it's really hot out, what do our bodies do that we lose water? What do our bodies do to cool down? We sweat, exactly. We sweat to cool down because we have to stay at 98.6 degrees. If we're 100, 103, we're sick. We have to go to the hospital. Camel starts in the morning at 98.6 degrees. Right now, this camel's probably 100 or 101 degrees body temperature. On a hot day, her body temperature will go up to 107 degrees, and it won't even bother her. At night, she'll exude all this heat and come right back again to 98.6 degrees. I can go on and on about it, but what I want to do now is talk a little bit about milking camels, because we're going to bring out the mom and baby. The baby's already ready to come out. His name is Yofi, and he's 4 months old. In the camel dairy, the mother camel raises her baby naturally in the herd. They live together. When we want to milk, the baby comes in from one side, the mom from the other. The baby nuzzles her. It stimulates her to give milk. She secretes oxytocin. It's a hormone that comes from the brain, just like with humans, causes muscles to contract. But here's the funny thing. When that happens and she does have milk available, we only have 90 seconds to milk the camel. That's it. Only 90 seconds. In that 90 seconds, if we're not fast, we don't get anything. If we're fast, we can get a gallon. The mother has 3 gallons up in her udder. We get 1 gallon. 10 minutes later, the baby gets all the rest of the milk. That's how we share in the milk production. The reason I'm talking about it really quickly now, because it should happen fast when we come out. We're going to go ahead and put Fergie back in. If you want to go ahead and grab her bucket. Now, the first day we had Fergie over here, you couldn't put her back in. She's like, no, I need to get more grain. I need to hang out and everything. Go ahead and take back the bucket. Thank you. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and bring Fergie. Look how nice she follows me now. And this is all about trust. Her getting to know that she's going to come out again, she's going to hang out, and that everything is okay. Her first day was very hard. I thought maybe I should take her home, but I'm so glad I did. And now I'm understanding how her little brain, or how her brain works, and seeing how she's improving. So we're going to bring out our milking camel and her baby. Her baby is going to come out as well. I don't want Samson to come out. Lily, come here, girl. You're coming out. Ooh. Good girl. Just like that. Come on. Let's go. Samson, don't come out. Very nice. Come here, girl. So first thing you notice when the camel comes out, she has all these strings and she straps on her. Now what is this thing? Well, it is a udder cover. And what it means is that the baby won't get all the milk before the show. After the last show, I take it off, and at home we don't use it at all. We don't need it. The camels are together. We only milk maybe 2-3 days a month. There you go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to watch a mom and see if she drops milk. It doesn't happen every time. See how she turns around to smell him? She has to be stimulated to give her milk. If there's no baby, I couldn't do that. She has to look at him and decide. He's going back over there, and he's going to ask for the milk. She's asking him to stimulate her because she wants to give milk. She wants to get her grain, and she wants... Now watch her mother. She needs to get very, very quiet, and we need to see big, big blinks on her eyes. And I don't see that yet. I'm seeing a little bit, so I'm not sure that she's going to give milk yet. If we see big blinks, we'll know that she's excreting the oxytocin, and she's going to go ahead and give milk. And I'm still watching her. I still don't see anything, but she looks like she dropped her milk. Another way to know is the baby's going from one teat to another, and he's looking for milk. Once the milk drops, he's just going to latch on to one teat, and then we'll have 90 seconds. So you guys need to tell me, watch over there, and when you see him stop going from one to the other and just latch on to one, let me know, okay? Because I don't want to move away from where I am right now. But I can see he's still like going from one to the other, right? I'm pretty sure she dropped her. Did you drop your milk? I can't even tell this time. Is he still moving around? Okay. Give it another second. I think she dropped because she's looking at me, nibbling at me because she wants to have her grain. He's still working on it. He's still asking for milk. And I'm looking. There you go. She dropped the milk. Let's go ahead and get the grain. You see, now he probably latched on to one teat. That's how we know. Now my 90 seconds starts going. And now I'm at 80 seconds, pretty soon 60. So hopefully the grain will be back here fast enough for me to milk a little bit for you guy. But I could tell also when she went ahead and she nibbled on my hand, she was saying, hey, I dropped my milk and I want some grain. They are so communicative. So a moment ago there was no milk in this tea. There's nothing. And now look. I can reach really fine, I'm just being nice. One fair I did spray somebody and they complained. It was like, it's not acid, it's just milk, but their feelings were hurt. So I'm gonna, milk really, really fast. I was raised on a little farm overseas and we had goats. Now, as a little kid, my job was to milk the goats twice a day and go ahead and feed them. I apologize for having my back towards you, but the calf likes being on the other side. He feels a little bit more comfortable, so that only leaves this side for me. Now remember our 90 seconds? It's nearly done. I think I have like 20 seconds left. Notice that the calf doesn't even want the milk. He would rather go ahead and get the grain and then this evening get all the milk that he wants from her. And let me see, maybe I can get a little bit out of the other side. There we go. Okay, so 90 seconds, that's it. Everything is locked back on the udder, and that's all the milk I can get over here. I'm going to go ahead and tie up the udder cover for the next show, and then take it off after that. And I'm going to bring the milk around and show you what it looks like, and explain why we go to all this work to milk camels. So here it is. Camel milk is the closest milk to human mother's milk. It's delicious. It tastes really good. It tastes a little sweet and a little salty. It's like low-fat cow's milk, but there's no allergies to it. So if you have horrible food allergies, if kids can only eat like rice or rice milk, they can drink camel milk and get their nutrients from it. It's very high in protein, has triple the amount of vitamin C than other milks, very high in iron as well. It really gives us everything that we need. Nomads will live on it for months at a time. They'll just drink camel milk and eat dates, and that's what they'll live on. We actually did that for 10 days, 7 years ago at the fair over here. We lived just on camel milk. Now, protein is a moisturizer, and vitamin C is an antioxidant, and that's why our products are so good, because this milk goes into the product, and it's really good. It makes it very moisturizing as well. We don't sell our milk for people to eat just because in California the regulations are crazy. We have to spend like $300,000 to create a grade A dairy, and we only milk 2 camels. So for us it's better to meet people, do tours, do education, and make product. We really enjoy doing that. Okay, so go ahead and grab her grain, and I'll go ahead and put her back in. And we're going to bring out our last camel for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put in Lily and her baby. Come on, Lily, you're okay. A lot of times the camels just don't want to go back in because they got treats. But you notice that when I move them, I just very calmly talk to them. I always say that every action has a reaction. So if I am just very quick and very noisy about stuff, the camels will react very loud. But you're not supposed to come out on your own, Mr. Samson. You're supposed to wait for me. He's like, I'm just trying to help you. Let me get his treats. This is his bag of treats, and he loves it. And he has all kinds of things that he likes to do. I mean, he's very smart. You're just a little too close to the fence. Come back over here. This will be better. More people can see you over here. Like that. There you go. So what do you want to show you these guys? What do you know? No, not that. Not that. That's not... That's not a behavior, that's a weird thing. So this is his favorite thing, anytime. He has all these things he likes doing, but his favorite thing is grabbing my hat. But if you grab my hat, you're supposed to take it and throw it away, really far. Good, there you go. And you see he understands all that stuff when we talk to him. I want to show you a few more things about him.
camels have prehensile lips. Let me move them over here so everybody, come here, Samson. Over here. Good. But again, notice when I'm moving them and working with camels, I really work very, very lightly. That's a good boy, but you're going to have to turn around over here. Good, that's good. All right, look at his prehensile lips, his upper lips. They're prehensile. See how he uses them? And that's prehensile. That means they have muscles in their lips. They can reach way into a tree and grab a branch that other animals can't get to. I'll show you again, because I love doing it. He loves it too. It's like, he says, you're tickling me, but there's big muscles. Not only does he have muscles in his lips, he has muscles around his nostrils. So when there's a lot of like sand blowing, he just closes down his nostrils and siphons out the sands. We just finished doing a show, a movie, and the first day was at Glamis Dunes. We had 7 camels, and it was around, what was it? It was like 30-mile-per-hour winds, and it was 110 degrees out, and we were dying. It was so hard. Camels were having the best day ever. You can see their nostrils close down a bit. Also, eyes. They have beautiful, big, delicate eyes, but they have a third eyelid that's clear. And what happens is that when there's sand, they put that eyelid across like safety glasses, and sand doesn't get in their eyes. They have all these features that really help them. And if you look at his big pads that he has, if you look at the camel, you can see he has big pads. You can go ahead and push. He has a big chest pad over here, and he has big pads on his knees and on his elbows. Go ahead, push. You got it. So when he lays down, all his weight is going to be on those 5 pads. Let's give Samson a big hand. He's so sweet about that. I usually ask him to kush from here, so when I was touching him, he's like, what do you want? What do you want? And I said, kush. And that's the word we use. We just say kush. Even when I'm riding him, we go out, we ride these camels out in the desert. I sit behind the hump, and when I want to get off, I just touch his shoulder and say, Samson, kush. And he'll kneel down and kush, and that's when you can get off of him. Let me show you how far he can reach. Like, if he's standing, he can reach like about 12 feet all the way up in the air to grab a branch from a tree. Not only can he lift 300 pounds by his mouth, but he's also very, very agile. And I want to see if he'll do this, and he'll show you. Do you want to bring your head over here? Or can you bring this over here? We're trying to figure this one. All the way backwards, backwards, backwards. Isn't that amazing that he can do that? I saw a camel I saw a tourist riding a camel and sitting back here, and she was yanking on the reins, and her camel took the head always backwards and looked at her upside down and went, "Arr!" And she never touched her reins again. I know. Are you going to get up? Okay. After the show, if you want to check out our products, we have beautiful lotion, very moisturizing, and soap. And we have brochures over there. We do tours. We try to do public tours. You can come and feed the camels. You can pet them. You can ride them. We do a nice show as well. We do private tours as well at our ranch. And it's only 45 minutes away from here at the Oasis Camel Dairy. Does anybody have any questions we can answer about camels? Yes? What happened to Gulliver? So we had a baby camel that was on California Gold, and Gulliver is in the living desert. He's over there, and he's doing really, really good. So that's where Gulliver is. He was on that show. I'll stay here and answer any more questions you have if he keeps eating my hat. Thank you so much for coming to our demonstration today, folks. Thank you very, very much. You guys have a good day at the fair. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.